Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to vote for Caden or Ashley from Mass Effect, and like and subscribe for more barrel rolls next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Fox McCloud from the Final Destination stage of Super Smash Bros. Melee. Apparently, he's also been in some games with spaceships, but we can't put a pilot in D&D, so obviously this is just the Smash Bros. Version.
You never see it coming.
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, if you like FD, Fox no items, I have bad news, because Fox definitely has some high-tech items he uses to take out opponents. Next, we need speedy normals with combo strings that let you run circles around the circles. The circles are Kirby and Jigglypuff. Finally, we need mobility options. Falco prefers the air, but Fox is no stranger to some jump combos either. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your multi-classing minimums in mind. Dexterity will be number 1. In the sci-fi games people are screaming about in the comments, dexterity is used for piloting a lot. By the way, why are you using D&D for all these characters? Look at the title. It would be way harder to build Star Fox in Dungeons & Dragons with Starfinder books. That wouldn't work at all. Intelligence next. If you want to use cool gadgets, first you need to make cool gadgets. Wisdom after that. Pilots need good vision, and good vision is good perception. Good perception is good feeling in D&D. Well, a safer feeling, at least. Follow that up with charisma. You does machines, but you also lead the team. A Leo Donnie combo is pretty rad. Constitution is a bit low. You can get knocked out at a pretty low percent, but will dump strength. It can be fixed with athletics, and Fox is much more of a tickle them to 200% character than a kill them at 60 character. There isn't a fox race in D&D. There's cats, turtles, birds, other cats, other birds, lizards, elephants, other lizards, frogs, snakes, but no foxes and no dogs. So for Fox and Peppy, we need to use custom lineage, letting you grab a feat like the skill expert feat, adding 1 to an ability score like dexterity. You get an extra skill like arcana, and expertise in a skill, doubling your proficiency bonus with it. I'll choose acrobatics to make y'all nimbly bimbly. Bump your dexterity even higher with your 2 free points. Take persuasion for your skill of choice, and sleight of hand and perception from your background, or take them in any order. I don't really care. But since we get to build our own background, grab vehicle proficiency. Maybe your DM will have air vehicles, but if they don't, Road Fox and River Fox will also work. We're gonna kick things off as a monk to kick things good as quickly as possible. First, grab athletics and acrobatics for your skills of choice. We have an order here, and then we can get martial arts to kick more, letting you make unarmed attacks using your dexterity modifier. They deal 1d4 damage each, and you can make one as a bonus action after you make one with your action. Unarmed attacks don't have to be punches. They can be kicks, even crane kicks. If you're like Trinity or something doing that up tilt thing, you're gonna see me spamming it a lot in the background. You can't use martial arts while wearing armor, so it's a good thing you get unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and wisdom modifier when you're not wearing armor, helping you keep the damage off in a rad pilot jacket. Now for something weird. War Domain Cleric. That will give you proficiency with all martial weapons and armor, so a hand crossbow if your DM doesn't have guns in their setting, or a gun if they do. You could even get a laser pistol if laser pistols are in the setting, but that's even more rare than a traditional firearm. Thankfully, War Clerics get a way to turn any regular ballistic blast into a laser with the spell Divine Favor, adding a d4 of radiant damage to all of your weapon attacks for a minute. War Cleric is the fastest way to get this. The only other ways to get it would be 2 levels of Paladin or 6 levels of Bard, and that's really messy. If you can just get a laser pistol in your home game though, skip this level. Since we're here though, Shield of Faith gives you an arcane shield, adding 2 to your AC for up to 10 minutes depending on your concentration. If you'd rather protect yourself, then spam the B button. For your cantrips, guidance and resistance, give a creature a d4 to add to their ability checks and saving throws respectively, making even Slippy a solid team member. Word of Radiance forces a constitution saving throw on creatures within 5 feet of you, dealing 1d6 radiant damage to those that fail for an offensive version of your shield. War Clerics are also War Priests, letting you make weapon attacks as a bonus action an amount of times per long rest equal to your wisdom modifier. Normally with a monk multi-class, who cares? You can already punch, but this will let you spam the laser. If you had a laser, you could fire multiple times in one turn, that is. We'll get that by multi-classing again, this time over to Artificer, giving you magical tinkering to put tiny magical effects into tiny non-magical items. If you can fly a spaceship, I'm pretty sure you can handle making an alarm clock. For your spells and cantrips, Mending puts 2 pieces of something back together to make sure your spaceship doesn't end up as scrap metal. Shocking Grasp is a melee spell attack that deals 1d8 lightning damage and prevents the target from taking reactions until the end of your next turn. I like this better as the shield than Word of Radiance, since there's also a bit of a stunning effect. For more mobility, take Long Strider and Jump for an extra 10 feet of movement speed and tripled jump distance. Now it doesn't even matter that you dumped strength, you can still hop all around town and city. That's a Smash Bros stage. It's turny legal. Second level Artificers get the Pew Pew pistol with infusions to make you better than Little Mac. Repeating Shot makes a weapon magical in terms of overcoming resistances, adds 1 to the attack and damage rolls with it, and you can fire it multiple times in a round without stressing about the loading property. Sending Stones are 2 Rocky Talkies you can use to cast Sending Between, talking to anyone on the other end. though maybe mute Slippy, and Falcos to be honest. Hey Einstein, if you're on my side, maybe take out Wolf's ship. Enhanced Arcane Focus adds 1 to spell attack rolls, making for a better taser, and Enhanced Weapon adds 1 to the attack and damage rolls of a weapon while making it magical. Repeating Shot is the better choice for you, but since you can only have 1 infusion on 1 item, grab Enhanced Weapon if you want your buddy to have some more firepower. Third level Artificers can choose a specialty. Battlesmiths get a Steel Defender, a medium-sized creature that can do a whole bunch of stuff. The stats are in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything or the Eberron book, but since it's medium, you can mount it if you are small, which you can be with custom lineage. That would make for a pretty great chicken walker or tank. I hated those missions, but they are in the Star Fox games. I was goofing earlier when I said this was just the Smash version of Fox. Of course we're doing Fox from his games. I literally always do that for Smash characters I make, but I use Smash because the footage is in beautiful, crisp HD. Nintendo isn't always great about making modern versions of their IP or porting/emulating the games on their modern consoles. Anyway, this is only the Smash version. Disliked, unsubscribed plus ratio plus you fell off. You also get exclusive spells from the Battlesmith list like Shield to add 5 to your AC as a reaction for a third version of the shield. Lots of shields for Fox. Fourth level Artificers get an ability score improvement. It took us a while to get here, but we can cap off your dexterity for the best unarmed attacks and lasers. That's pretty much all Fox can do, so that works out nicely. Back over to Monk now. Second level monks get key points they can use to do cool furry stuff like Step of the Wind, letting you dash or disengage as a bonus action with a doubled jump distance. You can use your bonus action before your action, so pop this, then attack for that Fox illusion. Patient Defense lets you dodge as a bonus action. Spot dodging is for everyone, but it feels better on Fox. Flurry of Blows lets you make 2 unarmed attacks instead of 1 with your bonus action. Just spam up tilt, it'll work for a while. Without spending any key points, you get unarmored movement, making you faster when you're not wearing armor. It pairs really nicely with Long Strider and Jump. Third level monks can deflect missiles, letting you reduce the damage of incoming ranged attacks by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier. And monk level, if you drop the damage to 0, you can even reflect it back by spending a key point. In my experience, this has the added benefit of your DM removing archers from the game entirely, but that's fine. You're actually pretty great at pumping out damage from a distance. You can also choose a monastic tradition. The Way of the Ascendant Dragon will make you a Draconic Disciple, so you can change the damage of your unarmed attacks to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison damage. Choose fire, Step of the Wind with your bonus action, and you're going full on Mozilla. That's Fire Fox. You can also use Breath of the Dragon, forcing a dexterity saving throw on creatures in a 20-foot cone or 30-foot line, dealing double your martial arts die in damage if they fail, half damage if they succeed. Probably not as in character as the Firefox move. That's what I would do if I were you. 4th level monks get Slow Fall, letting you reduce falling damage by 5 times your monk level as a reaction. That just means landing doesn't hurt you. That does not make it easier to land against Wario though. You also get an ability score improvement. Intelligence is your next priority, since that will make your vehicle battle buddy better. 5th level monks get an extra attack. Took us a while, giving you 2 attacks with your action, 3 with a martial arts bonus action, and up to 4 with a flurry of blows. Getting more strings than a cat. Do foxes like strings as much as cats do? Probably. Your martial arts die also bumps up to a d6, and you get Stunning Strike, letting you force a Constitution saving throw on a creature you hit with a melee weapon attack. Failing that, they're stunned until the end of your next turn, giving you another option for the Stun Shield. I think we're up to 4 now, maybe 5. Who's counting? Back over to Artificer now. 5th level Battlesmiths would get an extra attack, but they don't stack. Thankfully, they do get 2nd level spells like Warding Bond for free from the Battlesmith list. That'll give a creature of your choice +1 to their AC and saving throws and resistance to all damage. The only catch is that you also take all the damage they do. It's more important later. 8 adds 5 to the AC of creatures for 8 hours. Grab enough gold rings, you get more HP. Ain't that nice? 6th level Artificers get Tool Expertise, doubling your proficiency bonus with tools you're proficient with. That's Thieves, Tinkerers, and Smiths. You also get 2 more infusions. Spell Refueling Ring lets you recover a 3rd level spell slot once per day. Pretty much useful on anyone, but especially useful on you. We're gonna get a 3rd level slot we really like. Boots of Elvenkind give you advantage on stealth checks, so you don't get busted when you're on hostile alien worlds. Later infusions will be more important. These are just sort of, on the way there. 7th level Artificers get Flash of Genius, letting you add your intelligence modifier to an ability check or saving throw of a creature within 30 feet of you. Dogfighting is easier with a solid leader, especially when you're a dog who's dogfighting with a wolf. 8th level Artificers get another ability score improvement. Keep pushing your intelligence higher to make your spaceships better. Of course, for them to be spaceships, they need to fly. Thankfully, 9th level Artificers can learn 3rd level spells like Fly, giving a creature a 60-foot flying speed for up to 10 minutes depending on your concentration. Pop it on your Steel Defender and boom, that's an R-Wing. The lasers are just Fox, shooting off ranged attacks from the top, obviously. If you're on the ground, Haste doubles a creature's movement speed, adds 2 to their AC, gives them advantage on dexterity saving throws, and an extra action to dash, disengage, hide, or make 1 weapon attack for a 5-hit combo with Flurry of Blows. That's pretty dang clean. When it ends in a minute, you need to take a round off of actions and reactions. Obviously, you can't just 0 to death someone. You're not Luigi. You also get Arcane Jolt, letting your Steel Defender add 2d6 to the damage of one of its attacks or heal a creature 2d6 after it attacks, an amount of times per day equal to your intelligence modifier, making that R-Wing or Tank or Chicken Walker a little stronger. 10th level Artificers are magical item adepts, letting you attune up to 4 magical items and just in time for some delightful infusions. Winged boots let you give yourself a flying speed of 30 feet or 40 feet thanks to unarmored movement, or 50 with long strider. Now you can fire Fox upward for your full movement speed instead of what you would just get out of a jump. Cloak of Protection adds 1 to your AC and saving throws without being armor, it's just a cool jacket. 11th level Artificers get spell storing item, letting you store an Artificer spell of 2nd level or lower into an item. That spell can then be cast out of that item an amount of times equal to double your intelligence modifier. So now you can put Warding Bond onto your ship and then the ship can take hits for you instead of the other way around. It's just another way to boost your AC and help keep that damage off your frail fox body. Foxes are scrappy, but they are not durable. 12th level Artificers get another ability score improvement, cap your intelligence modifier for like everything that isn't punching. Battlesmith is pretty straightforward, get big intelligence and win. 13th level Artificers can learn 4th level spells, freedom of movement makes you immune to effects that would slow you down, difficult terrain paralyzation, and you can break out of non-magical shackles with 5 feet of movement. The hardest part of fighting a fox main is honestly just pinning them down. Our capstone is the 14th level of Artificer, making you a magical item savant so you can attune up to 5 magical items at once, and just in time for 2 more excellent infusions. Bracers of Defense add 2 to your AC when you're not wearing armor, so even though we didn't invest in wisdom, your unarmored defense will be pretty great. Ring of Protection is a different option, adding 1 to your AC and saving throws. If you want the saving throw boost instead of the raw AC, go for the Ring of Protection, otherwise Bracers of Defense would be my pick. Or you could take both, drop the spell refueling ring, and rock 21 AC with unarmored defense, bracers, cloak, and ring and warding bond from your battle buddy. I could see that being fun. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you're very well rounded with good AC, skill checks, support, mobility, and regular damage to keep you doing pretty much whatever you want. This one's kind of hard to narrow down to 3 pros, so I guess I'll just say mobility options, consistent damage, and support from Flash of Genius. For weaknesses, your HP is a little low, a little over 100 depending on how you rolled, so you'll need your Steel Defender working overtime. You also have a lot of concentration spells and can only have 1 up at a time. Finally, we dipped to Cleric for 1 level to get lasers, but could have just had another ability score improvement. Again, at home, if your DM's giving you a laser, just get that ability score. Though, spamming a laser is pretty fun, it's all I do with Fox. Fight on the ground or in the air, and lead your furry friends to victory. Just watch out for bulkier enemies, you might struggle if you met a knight in a brawl. Thanks for watching, if you liked the video, subscribe for more, we make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon to vote for Ashley or Caden from Mass Effect, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.